What up? It's your boy T-Bear here in the reaction. Today is Films Friday. About to get into some Miss Mojo videos, and this is this involved one of my other favorite TV shows, that is Boy Meets World. So I was originally going to do this last week, but I had to flip the time, and plus Fresh Prince is killing it right now. The Bel Air series, if you've not watched it yet, is awesome. I'm loving it though. But yeah, we're going to take a look at another one of my favorite series. This is Boy Meets World. So this one right here, we're going to do back-to-back of these. So this one, first one we're going to check it is the top 10 time Boy Meets World tackles serious issues. Boy Meets World dealt with a lot of serious issues along with it last, just like any TV show. Stuff I remember is they dealt with alcoholism, sexual harassment, child abuse, as well as child abuse as well too. Everything going with Sean and his situation with his family and everything as well too. Yeah, so other than that, let's check out the top 10 most serious issue. I'm gonna say my little commentary on my memories on some of these issues as well too. Oh yeah, and the cult thing as well too with Sean trying to find God and all that. It was pretty good. Yeah, Boy Meets World is a good show. So anyway, let's get it.
Corey, this is your life. Deal with your life.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo.
Oh yeah, and this
today
one too.
We're counting down our picks for the top.
Even sexuality, even the title of sex during the early age.
10 times Boy Meets World tackles serious issues.
This is a hug, okay? This is a hug. And this is when you hug somebody, when you care about them, and then you want them to know that. This
scene right here always get me a little bit, not teary up, but if I was a cry, I'd be showing tears. But it's like, ooh.
Be looking at the most intense times when this sitcom got super real. Since plot points will be discussed, a spoiler alert is now in effect. Which of these storylines resonated with you the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Marriage.
Oh yeah.
Corey and Topanga get a rude awakening when they return from their honeymoon and realize there's a lot more to marriage than pretty new jewelry. In fact, the couple never worked out a sustainable solution for where they would live.
Stop pressuring me.
Corey, we have to live somewhere.
Oh, I want a roof over my head. I want a roof over my head. Baby.
Thanks to some poor planning and communication, Topanga's room is no longer hers, and this time, the Matthews aren't bailing them out.
You made a choice. You decided that you were old enough to get married. You decided to take on the responsibility of a new life because you believed you could handle it.
Alan makes it clear that they made an adult decision and have to face everything good and bad that comes with it. But luckily, Corey and Topanga learn their lesson and spruce up the crummy married dorm in the following episodes.
Look, Topanga, look at this. It's clear. We have clear water.
And you fixed it.
I fixed it.
Number 9. Misogyny.
Yep.
Sean doesn't typically give much thought to the way he treats women, but that changes when he disguises himself as one for an article in the school paper.
Chick like me. That's meaningful, Then you're writing a real article, not just some silly column.
After transforming into Veronica, he goes on a date with Gary in a bid to really understand the female experience. Soon enough, he realizes that he's not being valued for anything other than his looks.
I'm just showing you how to play the game.
I know how to play the game.
Yeah, I could tell by the way you're dressed.
What? I just wanted to look nice.
Well, you do.
I said, don't touch me.
In fact, his date tries to get handsy and refuses to back off. The experience helps Sean understand the disrespect and sexism women face in the dating world and allows him to examine his own past behavior in the process.
Maybe you sent him a signal.
The only signal I sent him was stop it.
And he didn't listen.
I'm not like that. I'm not. I never will be again.
Number 8. Adoption.
Oh.
Eric often acts as comic relief on Boy Meets World, but this storyline is a beautiful tragedy. While acting as a store Santa, he meets an orphan named Tommy who longs to have a family, and he essentially becomes his big brother.
He thought I was really Santa.
Now I know he's Eric.
Yeah, he said we could still hang out though.
They develop a lovely relationship as the season progresses, but things get complicated later on, as another family wants to adopt the boy while Eric is conflicted about doing so himself. It's far from easy, but he ultimately does the right thing and gives Tommy up.
You're gonna have a mom.
Yeah, it's the one time you ever see Eric get so emotional. This was good.
And a dad and a house with a big pool and a big sister and a dog named Waldo.
Their goodbye is absolutely heartbreaking, and seeing the devastation on Eric's face never gets easier. But thankfully, they reunite years later on Girl Meets World and give us all some much needed closure.
Nice.
Look at you. You grew up to be a really good person.
Yeah, I learned from some really good people.
Number 7.
Cult.
Cults.
Yep.
Sean often
This
deals
was a good. This was like if Sean didn't have a breakthrough episode yet, this had to be one of them. Other than the one with his family, his situation with his father, this had to be his breakthrough episode right here, man. For real.
with feelings of loneliness due in large part to the way his family repeatedly abandons him. There's no doubt that the Matthews and Mr. Turner form a wonderful support system, but he always seems to feel like something's missing.
And how about you, Sean? Are you centered?
Nope, I'm totally off center.
Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that.
So when he comes across a cult he thinks can help fill the void inside him, he's eager to join. Everybody wants to save him, but he's under the organization's spell and can't see things clearly at first.
I'm all for your search for spirituality, okay? But you don't seem to realize that Mr. Mack is conducting his own search for lost souls that he can influence and manipulate.
However, when Mr. Turner gets into a wreck, Sean does some soul searching. Ultimately, he realizes who his real family is.
Well, I'm done with easy. And I'm done with empty. I'm done with you.
Number 6, Double Standards. In this episode, Corey and Topanga accidentally fall asleep at school while working late on an assignment. Naturally, in the morning, everyone assumes they were intimate. He doesn't exactly correct the mistake and is hailed a hero as a result.
Are you the man? Or are you just you?
I guess I'm the man.
But she doesn't receive the same praise and is understandably upset. The scene where Topanga confronts Corey about the way he's letting everyone believe the rumors is nothing short of powerful. It helps him understand the double standards that exist in such scenarios.
Look, I just said what I said because everyone wanted me to say it. Well, you know what I want? I want my good name back.
It's not so easy to throw her under the bus when he has to look her right in the eye.
I feel like you used to be a good friend, and now I don't know what you are. But I don't like you.
Number 5, substance use. Corey experienced a massive fall from grace when he kissed another girl and lied to Topanga about it. What followed was arguably one of the most devastating breakups in the history of television, and its impact becomes clear in this episode as Corey starts drinking in an attempt to make himself feel better.
What's wrong with this picture?
Because you said that no one wants to be around Corey the Downer, so now I'm not Corey the Downer. You want a drink?
I told you to have fun, not put away a pint of whiskey.
Well, I am having a good time, and I want you to have a good time too, so drink.
He and Sean overdo it at a party and even get in trouble with the police. This storyline deals with everything from peer pressure to underage drinking to depression. Perhaps most notably, it also explores the dangers of substance abuse, as Sean begins to develop a problem.
I have no problem.
Okay, maybe we don't have to talk about this in front of everybody. Let's just go out into the hall.
Go.
The episode was quite controversial, but it's undoubtedly one of the show's most important.
I don't like me when I drink either.
Good, because I sure like you when you don't.
Number 4, Prejudice.
Oh, yeah.
Usually, Mr. Feeney is the one teaching everybody important life lessons, but this time, it's Corey who imparts.
This was a good one. This was an interesting one right here. I ain't think about this one either. The first season had some good issues too.
Some wisdom.
When people treat other people badly because of their skin color or their religion or where they come from, then real smart, totally cool people can really suffer.
He learns a hard lesson after Eric's girlfriend experiences racism at the mall. He didn't think that kind of thing still happened in the world and was initially dismissive of Mr. Feeney's assignment to read The Diary of Anne Frank.
It was about the Nazis and the Jews a long time ago, when there was prejudice and stuff.
A long time ago.
Yeah, the stuff is history, Dad.
Needless to say, he comes to understand just how relevant the story still is. And when he takes his teacher's place one last time as part of their wager, Corey delivers a powerful monologue that touches everyone in the class. This episode was made in the 90s, but is still incredibly timely.
Because when someone calls someone else a bad name, it's not good that just that one person jumps up. We all have to jump up.
Number 3, Misconduct.
Yep, here we go.
In this episode, the gang learns that their favorite new college professor, Stuart, is not all who they think he is. He comes on to Topanga in her dorm and doesn't listen when she says she's uncomfortable.
I want you to leave.
That's not what you want.
What?
The gang is used to the Mr. Feeneys and Mr. Turners of the world, educators they can count on. So they're understandably destabilized when a teacher threatens their safety.
Topanga's real uncomfortable about your dorm visit. Why? She thought you were hitting on her. What if I was? What if I was?
Corey ends up shoving Stuart, which nearly gets him expelled. And sadly, the gang has to deal with the reality that sometimes the people meant to keep them safe are the ones who want to harm them.
He used his power and authority to take advantage of her. And he told me that there was nothing I could do and that he was never going to stop.
Number 2, Mistreatment. This storyline delivers a valuable two-pronged lesson. Corey discovers that Sean has a girl named Claire staying over at his place and makes a big assumption as to why.
Corey, you won't tell anyone I was here, will you?
Well, normally I would have told Sean, but he already knows. Unless he's just a complete idiot.
This leads him to think that he and Topanga should take their relationship to the next level, but he steps over the line when he tries to force the situation, and he soon finds out that Sean's overnight guest was actually staying with him to avoid her violent father.
He's the vice president of a bank.
Yeah, I know. Good job, fancy home, a low-life creep. I just can't hide her at my place anymore.
Well, we should probably go to the police.
No, Corey, the cops aren't gonna do anything.
The boys do their best to help Claire, but learn that there are some problems even they can't handle completely on their own. Plus, Corey realizes that he shouldn't try to rush things with Topanga. Luckily, everything works out for the best in the end.
Going to the police.
Good. We'll drive you.
Promise Claire I'd take care of her.
No, you really are.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Dangerous associations. Sean falls in with a bad crowd.
This is where we find out if you're really with us.
It was crazy. I don't know. I'm sure. I always wonder what happened. Why they had like a different Harvey for that one episode. I don't know. The actor couldn't make her or what. Because I didn't know who he was to be at first. And we watched and found out that was Harvey. Like, oh wow, what happened to the original one? That's what threw me off a little bit about that one. Hold on a second. It was actually like there, but yeah.
Hey guys, what's up?
Corey, come on, get out of here.
Sean, that looks like a bat.
Divorce. Topanga loses her faith in love.
Look, Topanga,
I remember this one.
I wouldn't hurt you.
You say that now.
I would never hurt you.
How do you know I wouldn't hurt you?
Because I know you love me.
That's why I can't marry you.
Prom night. The pressures surrounding the big night are explored.
Corey, I want to.
When?
That's why we're here.
When?
I'll do whatever you think is right.
When?
I'm just so confused.
Listen, you don't have to be confused, okay? Well, we're adults now. And adults do not get confused.
Premature birth. Joshua Matthews might not make it.
I love you, and I want you to get better and get out of here. Come on. Joshua. Gabriel. Come on, God.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, loss. It truly seems like Sean can never catch a break. The woman he believed to be his...
did. That was crazy. For a while, we was like, damn, poor Sean For like a good
Mum,
while.
Werner, and his dad, Chet, both leave him to fend for himself on more than one occasion. And it obviously impacts him in profound ways.
I can't keep a relationship. I drive all my friends away. I hurt everybody I care about.
So when his dad comes back to town and suffers a heart attack, he's finally open and honest about how he feels.
Why couldn't you just stick around? Wasn't I good enough for you?
No, Sean. Wasn't good enough for you.
The two reconcile in a tear-jerking scene, and Chet vows never to leave again. Unfortunately, he doesn't get to keep that promise. He passes away following another cardiac episode, leaving Sean alone and heartbroken once more. This isn't an easy episode to watch, but it tackles topics of family, forgiveness, and loss, with
That
plenty
was
of
so
heart.
unexpected.
His heart wasn't strong enough.
That was so unexpected.
I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry.
Do you agree with our picks?
Yeah, that was so unexpected. I did not expect him to we did not expect that to happen. Like, usually when they have heart attack episode with like characters stuff like that, you think they will recover from it and stuff like that, but not this time. Wow. Yeah, man, that was so unexpected right there. Man. Other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.